Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Age of Strife. How are you guys doing? It has been a while since we've all been here, although sadly, Mr. Smith, Mr. Scoots, Mr. Theobald, I don't know any other names we've got for him. Mr.
Iron
Silver
Man?
Fox,
I
Mr.
was
Iron
calling him
Man.
Iron Man.
Not anymore.
Not Smith.
Yeah, is out with some sort of disease. So we've quarantined him in not Australia, in Arizona, where no one will come within 1,000 miles of him.
Australia.
Yeah.
We've all gotten sick and missed an episode now. Actually, wait. No, who hasn't missed an episode? Let me think about this.
I haven't. I'm good.
Oh, you did, Neil. You did. You got food poisoning when you were in Vietnam.
Well, you all missed that episode too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all been sick and missed an episode. Yeah.
We'll just go without the DM and do our own thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta tweet out. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah. So, what are you guys up to? Well, how's it been? What are you guys getting ready and excited for PAX?
Yeah. Dude, we got a week? No, I think I leave in 4 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super hyped. I'm already repping the purple. I'm the only thing I'm not looking forward to is the snow.
That's a
What is
blue
that?
shirt
I hope
there,
it
Shannon.
It's not blue. It's purple. It's just the lighting. I'll turn on a light.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen snow in my life, so I am trying to procure all this snow-esque clothing because I live in Florida and we never deal with it.
You've never seen snow.
I've never seen when I was 4, we went up north and it snowed a little bit, but I was 4 years old. I don't remember that shit. So as in my adult life, I have never seen snow. So
Bless you.
Wow.
I mean, I've seen it on TV, obviously, but I've never touched it and had it seep into my shoes and shoveled it.
It sucks, dude.
It's going to be fun to see it for the first time. I'm going to be whoa. The first time I went to New York and Times Square, you walk out, you're like,
and then about 5 minutes later.
Yeah, and then the next day you're like,
Whatever, dude. I love snow. I never cease being amazed by snow and stop playing in it and oh, look at this, a pond that's frozen over, and there's 50 of them on the path that we're walking on. Oh, look, there's some more ice that's been, Don't let your inner child die, Elo.
Okay, maybe I'll do my best. All I know is that if that shit gets my feet all sopping wet and everything, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't even want to wear shoes. I go around in sandals all the time.
Oh,
so I think it's gonna be the first PAX I've even worn shoes.
Dude, just wear sandals. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll get your feet a little cold, then you'll keep going, and they'll be fine.
You may lose a toe or two or a side of a foot due to frostbite, but you'll be fine. Good. Oh man.
We all have to make sure that we pack a lot of stuff and drink a lot of orange juice because it's not just Scoots that's sick right now. So is I think I saw Aurelian was sick. There's quite a few people who are going to be at PAX next week that are sick right now. They're going to spread that to everyone. We all just got over the PAX South plague. Now comes the PAX East plague, and it's just going to go going.
But you know what? When the big disease hits, your guys' immune systems are going to be so strong.
Well, I'm going to be at GDC. I'm going to be at GDC next week for a couple days. So who knows what diseases I'll soak up and then bring to Boston.
Yeah, have fun.
I was the carrier. I was patient 0 at PAX South. I'm pretty sure.
H1N1.
Oh,
no. We're all going to get sick. We already know that's going to happen. You just got to get over it.
Well, what sucks is that right after PAX East, I don't even think it's a week, maybe a week. I'm going right to St. Jude for the summit. They do yeah. Why are you giving that look?
You're gonna bring disease.
Isn't that where there's other people who have weak immune systems and stuff?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm definitely gonna get sick because I'm going to PAX, but if I do get sick, then it might have something to. But I mean, it is what they schedule. I mean, my flight's already ready to go and everything. If I'm super sick, I won't. They usually don't even have us they have a time for us to interact with the kids in a very small capacity, usually giving out food or something at a birthday or a party, a little, but most of it's just a tour of the facility in general. But and then a lot of it's just hanging out with other broadcasters and Twitch people and having a good time and talking about how we can raise money for kids. So yeah, it's pretty great. But yeah, it's like a week after PAX. So
I think we got invited to that too, but I just don't think we can manage the time. It's like an awkward time for me with my visa, because my 2-year visa from Canada to here is going to be coming up next month. So I've got to I have to stay in London for a little bit to get everything sorted. Yeah. So you guys get to go all this extra cool stuff.
I couldn't even get to PAX right now. If I leave Vietnam, I'm not allowed back in the country, like at all. Like if I left, there would be no way for me to re-enter because my visa is tagged onto my wife's visa. And until we get like our actual real long-term visas, like if I left the country, she would be stuck here and I would be stuck there outside.
Wow, that's nuts.
That's really weird.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's a strange place.
Travel.
Don't get wasted blackout across the border then, dude. That could happen. That could happen, dude.
Are you speaking from experience?
I just know Neil. I know who you are.
Okay, so I need a couple of links for the Roll D20 and stuff. Do you guys have
You're
that?
already in Roll20, it says. You've been here all week.
Yeah, you're in there.
Every time I've logged in to update maps, it's been like, or Elohim.
Maybe he's got to like open on a different browser or something.
Do you have another computer where you're logged in? Did you log in on your phone? Oh, okay.
No, none of that stuff. I have like none.
All right, let's give you some links.
There's the App 20 thing.
The Roll20 app?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I meant.
Wait, where are you posting this? Oh, there we go.
Age of Strife chat.
Gotcha.
I've found that the new Skype doesn't really update group chats very much. Like sometimes it'll just wait and say it's pending to send, and other people tell me that the new Skype does a lot of these issues. I hope they update it soon because it's causing a lot of problems for a lot of like planning chats for twitchy things. So
on the other hand, they finally have spell checker after God knows how many years. So
like totally on the bleeding edge, right?
Right. Thank you, Microsoft. Anyway, let's hop
into... Okay, yeah. I was going to ask a question. It's okay.
All right.
It starts a whole discussion.
Oh, I was going to actually ask you before the show started, but never mind. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was about the story. It was about the story and how you could transition because Scott isn't here, but you already have it, I'm sure.
Well,
last week was a weird session.
Last week, do you want to tell people what happened for those that weren't here?
Tell them.
No, you tell them.
Okay.
You're such a good storyteller, Soma.
So, do you remember whenever you punched that guard in the face, Elo?
Yes, I am very fond because it was like my first moment to really shine, and I really decked that guy. So I'm pretty happy.
You fucked me over and the whole party over. Because that guard came back. We were hanging out in, let me see, what's the tavern? Golden Life? Yeah, we were hanging out in the Golden Life, and this guard comes in with a bunch of his other guard friends and places all of us under arrest. And then he tells me that I have to infiltrate the dungeon and find out who the prison guard or the prisoner is that's trying to start a revolt. And I had to go in there and basically prove to everyone that I'm a badass, find out who the guy is, and then escape my life so I can get you guys freed. And it did not go as planned, and some crazy shit happened. I looked like a badass in prison. Like I killed a guy, I did crazy flips. I shanked a guy in front of a group of people and hid the shank because I rolled a natural 20. So I did this thing perfectly, and no one noticed, but everyone saw that I had killed him. So I was like crowned a badass within 5 minutes of being down there.
That's the way to do prison.
So like Rorschach,
you just have to pick a fight.
He was the biggest guy. He was the biggest guy too.
Yeah, anyway. Then you totally nailed prison.
Get nailed in prison.
I did not get nailed in prison.
Okay,
my sweet young little halfling was not nailed.
Wait, what about me? What's my character?
You guys are
willingly like. How did my character like end up in shackles? They must have probably beat the shit out of me because
you were surrounded with spears to your throat. There was nothing you could do. There was a lot of them. You were pissed, obviously, but you were calmed down.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a wimp when I'm not here.
Yeah, you were definitely wimpy. You were wimpy. But you guys are in a separate dungeon. You guys aren't down there with me.
We would have had you back.
Anyway, I get out of the dungeon. I fail my mission, and they're about to throw me back in when I escape, and I roll like another 2 20s, I think.
It got
and I'm able to get
ridiculous.
out.
Like he literally
I
broke
rolled
out of
6
the
or 7
dungeon
20s.
and like ran through the town hall, which like exited onto the street right across from the sheriff's station. If you look at the map on screen, you'll see the
Yeah.
little dungeon in the sheriff's station, and like then darts down the sheriff's station, climbs up a temple, in the middle of fucking daylight, does like a jailbreak, and just makes a run for it, and somehow, with some fucking magic rolls and some broken thief skills,
Yep.
gets out of there.
Yeah.
Rogues.
So
Nicely done.
I escape,
Which-
and I have to figure out how to get you guys out, right?
Because
So it takes about a week. It takes about a week for me to steal some quill and parchment and ink, and I forge a document, and I roll like I think a 20 or a 19 on it, so it's like really good.
You used
I
your
was nice.
inspiration on it.
I used my inspiration on it because
Yeah.
I rolled a really low number, and then I used inspiration. I re-rolled to a high number, but then I had to find some fancy clothes. So I had to break into a house and steal clothes from a little kid in the middle of the night and convince him that I was going to take him on an adventure because he caught me like breaking into the house, and I totally
Did
bought
he
it.
like think you were like a little magical like creature or
I
something?
guess. Yeah, I told him we were going to go north to fight the elves, and he was going to be a knight. And Neil, like acting like the kid, was adorable. He was just like, "Oh, really? We're gonna go fight that?" It was so cute. It was
Is that like what happens
Yeah.
when Neil sees snow?
Yeah, exactly. But I
Whatever.
convinced the kid to let me get dressed up in like his fanciest clothes that fit me, obviously. And then I had to wait a week to make it seem like I had went all the way back up north to Astari and then come back. And I basically rolled amazing rolls with my charisma checks and convinced the sheriff that I was of higher birth and that they had made a huge mistake. I gave him the letter that I had rolled a 19 on. He bought it. And then I found out that Scott's character had already been freed because of who he is. He's a lord, apparently.
He is
And-
noble.
What?
Wait, do our
And
characters?
you guys were in the same. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
know.
you guys were there when
You guys were there.
when they're like,
So-
we were all got jailed together, and then a day later, like, oh, I'm sorry, Lord Theobald, we didn't know who you were, and just like take him out of jail, and you guys like stuck behind
Yeah.
bars for like a week. What the fuck? Where did he go?
But I see you guys behind bars as I'm talking to the sheriff and giving him the letter, and like those two are my personal guard that I've hired. You need to free them immediately. So I got you guys out, and then we walked out and we went to the Golden Life, and that's where the episode.
Well, also, let's not forget that the guard that you punched in the face is now doing 60 days of hard labor for
Yes!
framing
Oh!
our noble Aldous here.
Wow.
That was a
That's
really
amazing.
fun episode. Yeah, it was. I thought I was gonna die like 4, 5, 6 times.
That's
Even Neil
close
on
to
break.
about right for Age of
During
Strength.
the break, Neil was like, "Dude, I think you're about done, man." I was like, "What? Are you fucking serious? Are you kidding me?" But I rolled like 7 20s. No shit.
It was legit.
Holy shit.
And it was where they needed to count too.
Mhm.
So.
Mm-hmm. So, the three of you are hanging out now. You are all at full HP. I think, Jordan, you rested for a week pretty much, just chilling. So you're at max HP.
Okay.
So what is max HP? Because I still have to roll for HP.
That's
for the
right.
level.
Why don't we roll HP for the two barbs?
Well, what's the number that they can take instead of rolling if they want?
You roll a
I took the average thing.
12, so you
That's
could take
8.
a
That's
7.
I thought it was 8.
It's 6.5 rounded up.
Oh, okay.
So it would be 7 HP or I roll.
Or you could roll
But
a
it's a
D10.
Oh,
Plus
I
your
thought it
con
was
mod.
No, D12. D12.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
D12.
or you could roll a D12. Now, the
Oh.
7 is half a point higher on average than you're going to roll. So you can do that, and it is the sensible, mechanically
sensible.
correct decision to make.
I would take a 7.
I took the 7, but I know Adam. I know he's gonna want to gamble this shit.
Man.
Character.
Because when you roll that 12, Adam, you know how good that's going to feel?
Yeah, okay. I've had
Oh my
you.
god.
You don't have to. You don't listen, Neil. You don't have to bait me into anything. Okay, I'm probably gonna roll this shit. All right.
All right, and then you add your con mod on top of whatever you roll.
Oh god, I
Yeah,
gotta watch
so-
this roll.
So I'm gonna add a 3 to it. So this will ultimately be what my HP is for this level.
Okay.
Okay, please.
Don't roll a
random-
1.
Yeah, I don't want to. 'Cause that would totally not be okay. This is so dumb. Going.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Whatever. It would have been higher, but I'm
That's,
okay
hey,
with it.
you took a chance. It's all right.
No guts, no glory.
8 HP is good, dude. That's
Yeah.
good.
So
It's
what's
no
your HP at now, Adam?
That would put me. Hold on. I know how to do math. I swear.
Okay.
23.
We believe you.
23.
23. Okay, so I'm 25, and I think my con is higher than yours, or that's just from the roll that you just
My
did?
con is 16, so like I have.
What's your con,
modifier
Shannon?
3.
My con is also 16, so that too is because I just took the average. That's all.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. So, is there anything else you barbarians got at second level? Reckless attack and danger sense are your 2 new abilities. Reckless attack. Starting at second level, you can throw aside all concern for defense and attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn, but attack rolls against you have advantage until next turn. So basically, for your turn, you get to make your attack rolls with advantage, but then other people attacking you have advantage against you. So that's a choice you get to make. Oh god, my player's handbook is
Totally
falling
worth it,
apart.
Okay, people in chat are making fun of me for saying H. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I don't have a British accent, but I've been living in this country for almost 3 years. You can't judge me.
Wait, what is H? H?
Eight,
Hey.
instead of H, they HP.
Because but Chris and I have had this argument before. It's pronounced H, and the reason why is because
Oh.
if you just say H, there's no where's the H in it? I mean, it's the letter H, so H.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's incorrect.
It's been conditioned into me, so I can't
I
help
get
it.
it.
It's all right.
No, I get it.
I've been bullied.
And your
Um,
second ability is
yeah.
Danger Sense. At second level, you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't going as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you cannot be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. Or
I thought you were gonna say
defecated.
defecated.
So yeah, you can't be defecating. Well, I hope I don't get caught taking a shit. Okay, so say the last part again for me one more time so I can type it down. Like the actual stat to it.
You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, you guys pop out. You're all at full HP. You're all at full, whatchamacallums, hit dice, I believe. And you are all standing in the street between the sheriff's station and the town hall.
Full hit dice. Okay.
Okay, so question now. Now that the authorities know of or believe that we have stature here, we pretty much we can go about this town now, and we're not going to have much problems as long as we, stay within the law.
Yeah, sure.
Can you
Okay.
please explain to us what's going on with Scott?
He's nowhere to be found.
Okay, so in the end of last episode, you said that he was in the Golden Life whenever I walked in. So can we just say
Oh,
that he
yeah, you
wasn't?
guys didn't walk into the Golden Life then.
Okay. So he's gone.
Yeah,
Got it.
you don't know where he is.
Cool.
Okay, so he was released a whole week earlier than us, like the day.
I mean,
that
actually,
we were all incarcerated.
Aldous was only gone for 4 days. A week was like the
right,
the
right,
inflamed.
right.
But so he's been gone for 3 days.
Right. So
Okay.
my brother and I were like behind bars for a while, probably getting into a lot of fights, and then we get bailed from little Aldous, and we have no idea where this freaking lord is. Like, what the hell, Theo? Okay. Whew. All right.
So now all of us are in the tavern, and that's where, and Theo's nowhere to be found. It's okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, how was your last few days, friends?
Well, not the best. I mean, I had to keep this guy out of trouble all the time. I mean, where the hell is Theo? Do you know? Like, have you seen him?
At this point, I've already explained to them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So let's just say that I've told you guys, just to make things easier.
I don't know.
It's not the first time he's gotten me into trouble, though. I totally think this is, by the way, just like out of character, I totally think this is all on you, Adam.
You think this is all on me?
Oh, yeah. This is so your fault. This is so your fault.
Okay.
If you hadn't have punched that freaking guard, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. We wouldn't have wasted all that time.
And
Yes.
you would prefer that I just bend over and, take it in the ass by some asshole guard.
I didn't say that. I just think that, maybe you trying to make up for not being strong enough, I guess. I don't know. So just act like that a bit.
Well, one thing for sure is that I was right about our other companion, who you guys seem to trust so much. Did you know he was a lord? Looking over at Aldous.
I didn't. I had suspicions through some previous conversations before we met you, but now my suspicions are true. He is a lord. I do believe that he is, after the sheriff said that. So I was right, but no, I did not know previously.
Okay, so maybe one time you can maybe listen to your brother about trusting me about being a little bit more wary about the people we go around with.
We
Hold on
don't
a
know if
second.
he's a bad lord. We don't
He's
know
not.
anything.
He's not a bad lord. I've been with him for a while now, and he's a good man. And we've fought together. I mean, you've seen him. He's an older, tempered man, but he is good-natured and of goodwill.
This is a strange place where people would consider their friends to be good people who lie to them.
You guys are still in the middle of the
He
street
has
having
his
this conversation, and as you're getting starting to get jostled around a little bit with all the people pushing past you out in front of the town hall. Where would you like to go while you talk?
Let's just take this into the pub. Let's just drink this stress away.
Okay.
Maybe get into another fight.
Of course.
Well, there are 6 different pubs that Aldous you have been to. I think the 2 of you have only been to the Golden Life. So where would you like to go? We got. The Golden Life is the place that you've been hanging out at most recently. So if that's where you want to head, it's the closest one. It's a nice place.
Question: is there any lake or body of water, river, creek, anything nearby to this town?
There are some wells. There are many wells scattered throughout the town, but there is no large body of water that runs through it or is adjacent to it.
And nowhere I could go and bathe.
Oh, there's public baths all over the place.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want a bath. I would want to go out in nature and find a creek or something.
You'd have to explore outside of the town.
Okay, well,
In theory, you could find one, but you don't know where one is right now.
I look at my companions and say, well, I would like to bathe a little bit. I don't know.
Well, before you do that,
I've been in a cage for, a week now. I would really like to maybe clean up a little bit.
before we go, I'd like to go into the Golden Life and ask if they saw where he went. I want to track him down.
All right. Well, you can always bathe after, you big baby. Come on. Let's just go get a drink. We'll relax with a pint, and then you can go have a bath. All right? Come on. Come on.
I
And I just kind of
reluctantly-
smile, and I
I
put my hand on your
reluctantly-
shoulder, and I'm like, come on.
I reluctantly go.
Okay. You guys make it back to the Golden Life. It is, as you have seen it before, a multi-story tavern with a nice entrance. There's a man out front, kind of that ushers you in. There's a couple of bodyguards standing around. being fairly relaxed because not much happens in this nice establishment. It's well lit. There are plenty of tables around, and the barkeep, who recognizes you guys by now because you stand out pretty easily, comes over to take your drinks.
Just the biggest pint of ale you got.
And for you,
Times.
Mister?
Is he looking at me?
Yeah.
Oh, just an ale. Just bring me a goddamn ale.
Yes, and for the little master here,
I'll take a large pint as well.
of course. He trots off to get you your drinks. A few moments later, a slender man wearing humble but clean and neat clothes approaches you as you sit around your table. He reaches your table, folds his hands behind his back, and coughs to get your attention.
Hello, friend. How are you doing? And I
Hey.
kind of look at him warily.
He looks directly at you, Aldous, meeting your gaze, and says, "I have a message for you, Master Aldous. Your cousin, Finbarge Lightfoot, requests the pleasure of your company at the Firebreath Tavern. I can lead you there if you do not know the way."
I know where it is. You say Thinbarge is looking for me.
Finbarge Lightfoot, which is not a cousin that you have.
I'm just writing down for my notes. Thank you for letting me know. That'll be all. And I give him a nod.
He gives you a nod as well and heads out.
And that's a fire breath.
A few moments later, the barkeep comes back with your ales. 2 large ales and 1 small one, which he puts in front of Orr.
Wait, wait. Hold on a second. What now?
Yeah, she ordered the large ale, you wanted just a goddamn ale, and Aldous wanted a large ale, so you get the small one.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like this bartender. And I flip him like, what the hell do I have? Do I have any copper?
Yeah, it's like 2 copper for your... I guess you would pay 3... You and
I'd pay
Aldous each
3
owe
copper.
him 3 copper, and Mr. Orr owes him 2 copper.
Okay.
I-
I'll pay for his drink.
I grab
I'll
the drink
keep copper.
and I attempt to splash it into the face of the barkeep.
Give me a dexterity attack. So it's a
Alright.
D20 plus your dex mod plus your weapon your proficiency score. So it's a D20 plus 2 plus your dexterity mod.
D20 plus 2 plus the dex, which is 2, so it should be 4.
He's trying to spit in his
So as soon as he
Splash the
does that, I
drink.
just grab my ale and I just start chugging it back because I know I'm about to get kicked out. So I'm
It
just
goes right in his face, to which he stumbles backwards, sputtering, and you see the 2 large bouncers from the front door move over to you guys.
I stand up
All right,
and
time
I,
to go.
point at it, and I point at him and I say, you, like, what is it with everybody in this town is so disrespectful? I said,
You're the one who splashed the drink in his face.
or
Is
it's
that
time
from
to
the-
go.
are
It's
you
time
like,
to go. I take both their hands and I start trying to pull them.
I just
Time
grab
to go.
I grab Orr on his left shoulder and I just start like, come on, let's go. You're not gonna be able to drink it now anyways. What a waste.
The bouncers let you pass, and you get the feeling that you will not be allowed back in this place by the looks they give you.
why does everyone give me so much shit in this town? Why?
As she's walking him out, I turn to the bartender and I ask, do you think I could maybe pay you a bit so that I'm allowed to come back to this bar? Because I certainly know these friends of mine won't be. I happen to like this establishment and I'd like to come back.
I just keep pushing Orr out the door.
He gives you a grunt that doesn't really confirm or deny anything.
I hand him 5 silver and I nod and I kind of bow and leave.
He takes the gold and bounces his head around for a moment.
Silver, not gold.
Right,
Silver.
5 silver. He bounces. Sorry, he takes the silver, bounces his head around for a little moment, and ushers you away with a fine.
Okay.
I'm talking to Shannon now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're out in the wilderness, okay? I'm covering myself in mud. We went to battle. I have blood all over me. I get knocked out. You guys take me back to the town. We're arrested. I've been in a cage for almost a week.
Or
all
so
I
have
want
I.
is, and all I want is an ale. That's it. I'm a little grumpy. I get it. But everybody here, we wouldn't even have been in this situation if it wasn't for somebody coming up in the street and you know, challenging me in front of everybody.
Brother,
Would you rather me not?
Hold
Would you
on.
rather me not respond
Listen.
to challenge? Would you rather me
Listen.
be ridiculed? Would that make you happy?
no one's going to ridicule. Just listen. Look around you. Do you think that any of these people are having a great life? Do you think that any of them are happy? This is not a great place. It's no
That is
different
not
than
my
before.
concern.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're acting like a baby. Woe is me. I had mud all over me. Oh, woe is me. I saw blood. Come on. You sound like you're 10. Get
Does
over
it threaten
it.
you that I
Nobody
finally
else
start
is
sticking
different.
up for myself? What?
That's
you
not
don't
what
have
it's
to
about.
do it anymore?
No one's going to treat you any differently if you keep acting like that. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, and other people won't treat you like that.
It's about being respected, and I won't be disrespected.
Respect is earned.
I'm just kind of leaning back.
No, respect is given, which is what I've learned in our tribe. I was born into disrespect, and
You're-
you know that.
You are going to end up just like Dad. That's not what he ever said, and look what happened to him. He never figured it out. He never figured out that you had to really work to get people to treat you the way that you want them to treat you.
Do you even know why my name is Or? Do you even get it? We come from a forest tribe. The mountain tribe is to the east. Dad named me Or. He was already saying I wasn't part of the tribe.
That's
I
not a
wonder.
reflection on you.
I walk away and I throw my hands up.
Oh shit.
I look at Kreia.
I'm sorry, Aldous. It'll just take some time. That'll take time. The best thing for him was to get him out of that forest as much as he denies it. Trust me. He'll get it eventually.
I believe you. I don't think ill of Or. I think he's a little misguided and angry. But that happens sometimes in life, huh? Why don't we get the hell out of here? Why don't we
I think
take
it's
him
the
out?
best idea.
Why don't we leave town and let him bathe? I have some things to think about. And then we'll come back into town later tonight.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. He needs to just walk it off. I start walking.
Okay.
And I follow.
Where the town has 3 exits, north, south, and east. Which direction would you like to go?
Let's go east so that I can walk by the fire breath, and maybe check it out on the way out.
Okay.
Oh, real quick. Oh, people
Yes.
still think I'm
Alright.
Tilly. People still think I'm playing as Tilly, I think.
Oh yeah, it's just incorrect names on the screen, guys.
Yeah,
so-
he's playing Orgasm. No, I tried. The guy that's doing the overlays is out of town. He doesn't have access to his computer. Trust me, my heart has been bleeding over this all week. I was really hoping I could just ignore it and no one would notice.
It's okay. We've got an awesome, super
No.
awesome chat, and they will help anybody out if they get the name wrong. Just,
Yeah.
It's true.
Just,
There you
just
go.
help
You know
out,
what?
guys.
Maybe we'll just like throw some like indie shit, some janky
Dude,
ass.
listen, are you in OBS? You
Oh,
could
yeah.
like just cover over that with like a little section, just text.
Oh,
and just
yeah.
That's what we're
it doesn't
doing.
Look fancy.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
Good
fancy,
idea.
but
YOLO style, Age of Strife style.
we're not pretty over here. We just get shit done.
We're full of strife. It's the Age of Strife.
Truly, this is.
Wow.
Boom.
Seriously, Adam, I feel like our brother and sister thing, like, dude, that's some tension. It's like, even though I know you and I, like, chat doesn't know this. You guys don't know this, okay? We have not actually talked about our parents off stream.
Yeah, that
We
was
haven't
improvised.
planned out- We haven't planned out what our parents or what our tribe is actually about. We don't have like an idea together that we share on this. So everything that happens between Or and Kreia is organic. And the story is going to fall out of our arguments. That's just so we're going to learn about what we both think about our parents in this manner. It's kind of crazy.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
So, you guys are heading out the eastern gate. The fire breath is a little out of the way, Aldous. It's not quite on the street. If you take a look at the map, you can see it is... let's bring the map for all of chat. It's a little bit, up into the north side. You can dart over there, but you'd leave the rest of them behind.
Yeah. Friends, I'm going to stop by and grab something. I will meet you outside the gates and follow you in just a few minutes, okay?
Are you talking
All right.
Yeah.
Talking to
That's
you guys,
fine.
too.
We'll just wait outside. It's probably better.
Okay. And I slip off to the fire breath to see who this guy claiming to be my cousin is.
Okay.
I figured it'd be a bad idea to bring Ello in there right now.
All right, so why don't we switch over to the Fire Breath Tavern?
Oh, fuck.
What's
But
wrong?
these people aren't here, so it's just...
Oh, God. Okay, good.
actually, I'm going to
gonna
add your characters back in so that you can actually see light. But you guys aren't actually there. But I'll put you guys there so you can actually see shit while it's going on.
It's a cool
Oh my
looking-
god, that is so cool. That's so cool.
So you guys are in the, or you, not you guys, but you, Aldous, are in the Fire Breath Tavern. As you remember before, it is a darkened tavern kind of built halfway into the ground. There's no source of light other than the dingy, kind of dusty light that comes in through the greasy windows, kind of giving you this darkened feel. There are a couple of patrons hanging around, as well as the barkeep Marsh, who's this big oaf of a person right here, who is 6 feet tall or so. And sitting across from him on the other side is your good old friend, what's his name? Riktar.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Do you
go over
remember
here to
Riktar, right? He is the
I
guy who
think,
asked you to get the halfling, or who asked you to find the guy, which then you had Tilly seduce. He was the mobster guy
yeah.
who asked you guys to go find Old Man Wallace.
But I thought we had a falling out.
There was maybe a little bit of a falling out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
there was.
Okay. Well, I go sit next to him.
Okay. Richter, the dark-haired halfling dressed in shades of brown and green, leans back against the bar, shooting you one of his fake plastic smiles. Dangling at his sides are a pair of short swords, and by the way you move, he suspects you've got some sort of armor underneath his coat. Why, hello there, friend. It's a pleasure to see you again. Something about the look Marsh, the bartender, gives you sends a chill up your spine. I really ought to be thanking you, Mr. Aldous. Your work back there in the dungeon was most helpful to us. That dumb shit Buttonwig was really getting to be a problem. He almost had our little ruse figured out.
Oh. So, how's it been, Finbarge? And I kind of cock an eyebrow at him.
Well, I didn't really want to give any names away, and you're a Lightfoot, I'm a Lightfoot. I figured you'd know what was what, and by your appearance here, it seems that you did.
Indeed. So what do you want with me?
Well, I didn't ask you here to thank you. I mean, actually, I kind of sort of did. I understand you and your companions, which I expected you to bring with you, but I see that they're not here. Don't want to get more than your feet wet with us. But yet, you keep being of significant help to us. So, I thought you might want a straight-up job this time. Do you have any interest in some straightforward bodyguard work?
Bodyguard work?
We're making a trade with some associates of ours. It's a simple job. Bring some gear out to the edge of the Blackthorn Forest, trade it for some other gear, and then just come right on back. I don't expect any trouble, but it's hard to trust people these days, and I like to have some muscle with me. Although, to be honest, you're not really exactly the muscle I was hoping for. Didn't I see you walking around with a couple of tall, brutish men and a guy with a bow and a rapier? You know, big people. Big, tough, scary people.
So if you know all about the dungeon, then you know that I made quick work of that giant oaf like it was nothing. You're saying I don't seem the bodyguard type?
I said I'm looking
Really?
for some visible muscle. You are not very intimidating. I'm sorry to say.
No
You're
shit.
a fine rogue. You can shank a man very well, but if I bring you to a trade, the point is to bring some people to make sure things don't happen, not to correct things if they do happen.
Of course. On a scale of 1 to 5, how illegal is this?
And I kind of give him like an eyebrow.
Mildred, I think this guy needs another beer. Hand him a beer. I can pay him 200 silver for the job, and it shouldn't take more than 3 days.
3 days, 200 silver.
3 days,
Sharing
200
with-
silver. We're just... There shouldn't be any fighting. We're just going to take a trip to the Blackthorn Forest and back.
Are you going to be here in a few hours?
Yeah. Well, I'll be here for a while.
Let me consult my friends, and I'll be back in 4 hours.
All right. If I'm not around, you can speak to Mildrich here, he says, eyeing the bartender. He knows what's what.
I give a nod to him. I steal a glance at the bartender, and then I just peace out.
As you're like stealing a glance to him, he puts across a very large tumbler of some sort of brown alcoholic fluid that looks like a double shot. Just like
I look
slides
at
it
it.
to you.
I look at it. I don't notice anything creepy about it, right? It just looks like a shot. double
Yeah, I mean,
shot.
it would be a shot for a normal person. For a halfling, it's like a double shot.
I look at him, and without looking at the shot, I never break eye contact with him. I slam it down.
All
I
right.
slam the shot glass down, and I walk out.
Okay.
Ooh, ah.
You head out, and
And when I turn around, I go. I don't want them to see. I don't want them to see.
all right. You make your way out towards the gate, and let's flip back to the other people, barbarians, or in Krea. You head out towards the eastern gate, departing from Aldous. When you get to the outside, you see that the eastern gate is wide open, and that there are a bunch of guards kind of lazily leaning around, not paying too much attention. They all give you a glance as you walk in. It's one of those, like, judging glances where they're like, I wonder, whatever, not worth my time. And then they go back to doing their thing.
All right, so I'm probably just like leaning up against the side of the pub on the side and just like kicking some mud around, kicking some dried dirt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at Orr. Brother, there's just one thing I want to say. And I know it's probably not the right time, but I'm not a patient person. And I know you haven't been having like a good couple of weeks here. But I just want to let you know a couple things. One, it's going to get better. And two, Dad never meant to say that you didn't belong by calling you Orr, okay? The one thing that you keep... you're going to learn eventually. There's a lot about Dad that wasn't quite right. And I know you put him up really high in your thoughts, so I'm not trying to make you feel upset about this, but you don't want to be like him, and don't think that his word stands for anything. The tribe is a good tribe, and there are other elders that are much more deserving of our respect than our dad. And totally out of character. I know that saying that's kind of like blasphemy, so I'm kind of like cringing, and then I just sort of stand there and I go. So
And-
that's it.
And I'm not really looking at her while she's saying this to me, and then I look at her and I say, and this is what I would like you to know, that every time you don't support me, whenever I get into, I am disrespected, it makes me look like a fool. If he were to do that, if that bartender were to come up and hand you a small beer and disrespect you, and you stood up to fight him or threw something in his face, I would be there for you in a heartbeat.
I know you would. But at the same time, I don't pick those battles. The battles that I pick, they matter. And that's what
So
you
the
need.
battles I pick don't. This
Okay,
is exactly
I can
what I'm
see that. I
talking
can see that
about.
There's no point in talking about this right now, so I'm just going to leave it there. You will figure it out eventually, and when you do, I'll be there for you. But until you don't, like, while you can't figure it out, yes, I'm going to be hard on you.
Well, at least you're not drunk.
Yeah. Could be in there right now. We're not allowed to go into pubs now because we get kicked out of everywhere.
Because that would be a terrible thing for you not to be in a pub for once.
It is. It really is. Sometimes you need a little bit of liquid gold to help you relax, okay? That's what I like. Maybe you should try it sometime. Get unwound.
The only time I'm unwinding is when we're out of these settlements, these soft people. I just want to be out there. And I point, out to the wilderness because we're near the east.
Yeah,
gate,
you're
correct?
at the east gate.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. I don't want to be here. These people, they smell funny. Their food tastes weird. Everything about this is
Yeah, all right.
foreign.
I'll give you the smell. I'll give you the smell funny. They do smell really weird. It smells like cow shit around here. So
How soon are we leaving?
I don't know. Let's wait for the little one to get back.
A few minutes later, Aldous shows up.
Why don't we go get you bathed, or?
I just look down at him, and I'm kind of taken aback. Like, that is none of your concern, whether I get bathed or not.
It is my concern when you cry about it in front of the bar we got kicked out of.
Heyo!
You want to bathe because you're muddy. Let's go. I have something to talk to you both about. And
I'm not above smacking children.
Hey,
I'm older than you. And I laugh and keep walking.
come on. This just means we'll get out of town faster.
Aldous, you're gonna get killed.
The barbarian rage is real.
You
And I
guys
look at her and I say, and you let this happen. And I just keep
I
walking.
like him. I like the little one. Yeah. And I walk on.
You guys make it out of town into the peaceful, cheery outside. It's not a very good term. To the peaceful, cheery countryside.
The barren wasteland.
No, it's there's grass growing on either side of the road. There's fields. You can see there's various farms because there's a city, but then there's also the farmers that live just outside the city. But it's a much more quiet, peaceful area. There's birds chirping. There's flocks of chickens running around. There's dogs in the street, and you make your way down the road towards Highport Ways until you come across a creek. You find the creek as you're crossing over a small stone bridge, and looking to either side, you see people washing their clothes or just bathing, completely naked in the creek.
I start undressing and just find a way to just jump right in. How deep is the creek? Are we talking like this much? Like we're talking like a couple feet, or are we
We're talking
there's
like a couple of
deep
feet.
pools? Okay, so yeah, I just get
Actually,
right in.
from looking over the edge of the bridge, it looks like directly below the bridge, it's a deeper pool, as if people have carved out the section where underneath the bridge to form a deeper well.
Awesome. I go there.
Okay.
I just take off whatever I'm wearing and do the same thing. No shame. Just start kind of washing off all the caked grime that is on me.
On the blood.
There's no
Yeah.
shame in your natural body. You're a handsome man, or
Oh, listen, I mean, I think so.
Yeah, you use what you were given at birth.
Work what your mama gave you.
That's
I kind of put my hand up and like, you two enjoy yourself. I'll stay here. And I kind of like just start looking at the creek, and I realize it's creepy to watch people bathe, so I kind of like turn. Like,
You just realize this? You haven't known how.
it took me like it takes all this like 30 seconds. He's like looking at the the smiling people. He's like, oh, it's so peaceful, and then he sees like people's dicks and boobs, and he's like, I shouldn't be staring at these people.
You're all like,
And I'm kind of just like sitting on the bridge, just like twiddling my thumbs, waiting.
All right, there's plenty of people passing nearby, in and out. There's farmers and wagons and all sorts of commerce moving around. This area seems kind of nice. In an age of strife, this is a nice respite you've got.
I imagine the water's pretty cold.
Oh, it's chilly. Things are shriveling up.
All right. I'm pretty quick then. I totally submerge. I do like a full shake as much as I can, scrub, and then I run up the creek bed, and I go right for my clothing and my armor or my furs and stuff, and just start yeah.
I mean, your
I'm
furs
real
are
quick.
dirty and muddy too, but at least you're clean now.
Eh.
I don't seem to be taking, I don't seem to be moving too quickly. I just sit there and then I just kind of, it's almost like I'm enjoying how absolutely fucking cold this is.
Such a masochist.
Is there anything you guys want to be talking about? Any stories you want to trade at this point, Aldous?
I'm not next to them as they bathe. I'm waiting for them to walk back.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, bathing completes, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Get dressed, and I go back up to Aldous. So what happened in that pub? And how come you didn't bring me a pint?
I never said I was going to the pub.
Didn't you? Didn't you say you were going to the fire, what it was called?
I said I was gonna go pick something up, and then I'd be back.
Oh, okay.
But they were there when we were here there when you said
Yeah,
that
it
there
would
was
be a very
one.
reasonable thing, a connection to make.
Okay.
Either that or I'm just crazy and I totally want more.
No, if that's what you say, that's fine. I'm like, I kind of just look at you and I say, well, yes, I actually did go to the pub. We've been offered a job, though I don't know if it's a good idea. It smells funny. But we've been offered a considerable amount of silver to act as a guard for a trade that will take about 3 days on the edge of the Blackthorn Forest.
Ooh, home. Okay. The edge of it, you say?
We apparently don't have to go in.
Do you know if this trade involves any of the barbarian tribes?
I don't.
All right. Well, that would be my only condition. I'd rather avoid it if it's got anything to do with the tribe there.
Okay. I can have you ask him yourself.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Then do me one favor. Or's not staying here, right? Is he still getting dressed?
No,
Or
we're
is he next-
right here.
No, I'm here.
Never mind. Okay. I look at Or and I say, "Are you good to go now? Do you feel better?
I just kind of nod.
Do you mind going back into town to find out about this job then?"
Would you mind if I waited here?
Maybe it would be best.
And I look at him and my eyes widen, like, holy shit, this is my lucky day. Of course not, Or. If you'd like to stay here, you should stay here.
And that's what I do.
All right.
All right.
All right,
Some
all
things
this.
to think about.
Okay. The two of you head back to the Fire Breath while Or stays out here and does whatever Or does. And on that note, let us take our first break of the day. And we'll see you guys on the other side with some more Age of Strife. Bye-bye.